podcast. Cállate la boca. We're super excited to announce to you guys that we're finally here doing this thing, the damn thing.
Yes.
And I'm your host, Sandra.
And I'm Nene.
And we're, like I said, we're super excited, a little nervous because it's our first time doing anything like this.
Yes.
And we love chismeando on our own. So we decided what a better idea than to sit here and do a full podcast, talk about all kinds of things, you know, chisme, stories that you can share with us, and just all kinds of subjects. Just have fun with it, a very judge-free zone.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, talk the tea, connect with you guys. And as a matter of fact, to connect with you guys, how can we do that?
Yeah, we will be having a submission form in our Instagram page, Cállate la Boca 01. So go follow us. And within that submission form, you guys will be able to give us your tea, your stories. You'll fill out the information form. If you want to keep anonymous, we will respect that and leave it anonymous. And if you don't, then we will definitely share everything that you have shared with us, and we will upload it here. And then maybe further down the line, we'll also have some friends over to tell us their stories up here in the podcast. So a lot of things that we're super excited and planning for the future. So please follow us and connect with us on the weekly basis, as we will try to upload every week with again, the stories, the chismes, whatever we have. And we'll implement as well the English and Spanish language, because we do speak the language. So we'll have some episodes in Spanish, and then we'll have others fully be in English. So if you do speak both of the language, that's amazing. You'll be able to connect a little bit more. If not, that's totally fine. Like I said, we'll have a designated, dedicated language with the podcast that will just speak that specific language. So again, we're just super excited to do this as a way of just having fun and connecting with us, because like Sandra mentioned, like, we are just super always about el chisme. We connect. We can go days without talking to each other, and when we connect, we just spill everything and we get back on track with our live.
Literally.
So it's super fun to just incorporate this and do it with our friends too, and anyone watching. So with that being said, we will also be starting off with like truth or shot questions.
Every single video.
We're
starting off with the truth or shot. But for this initial video, we are going to do a truth or shot for Nilette.
Ooh.
And we're going to do a super mini welcome shot. So take a shot with us.
Yes.
For the launching of the podcast. You know, we're super excited.
Yes.
We're going to do a super baby one because we already took one prior to this.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to get drunk and tell drunk stories.
Yeah, you don't want to have that.
And then Nilette went out last weekend, so she's not really feeling
I'm not feeling the alcohol. Even though this is such a smooth and delicious tequila. No.
If you guys haven't tried this, try it. Gran Malo. Spicy tamarindo. Sponsor us.
We're not sponsored, but we wish to be. Yeah.
So you can tell them.
We'd
gladly appreciate it. So
cheers. Cheers to Cállate la Boca.
Many stories in Cállate la Boca.
Amen, sister.
Fuck, not even arriba, abajo.
¿Verdad? Así.
We just went
for it. Así mero.
So to get started, Nilette, we're going to put you in the hot seat.
A ver, what is the question of the day? Drum roll, please.
So, when was the last time? She doesn't know what I'm about to ask her.
I know.
When was the last time that you spoke to your ex?
Inga su madre. Let's do a shot. I'm not going to answer that. So let's take a shot. Okay. Salud for the third time.
We'll do a baby one because, it's Sunday. It's Easter. We shouldn't be drinking.
And she's going to join me? She said, I want to join her. Por eso me caes bien. Por eso, madre, me caes bien. She said, no quiero que sufra solita. Quiero sufrir con ella. Así que
I don't have a drinking problem. I don't know. It was just part of the thought.
It was a vibe.
Fuck it.
Mira?
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know why? Because I do know when was the last time, so I'm part of it.
Cheers.
I'm part of the guilt. Cheers.
Ingesu.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
Rico. Very delicious. So.
I don't drink Coke, so.
Oh, no?
I just super rare for me to drink Coke. That is like, we're doing good over there?
We're doing good. Yay. So, ahora, I know you have a story today to tell us.
Yes.
And I'm ready.
I have 2 stories to tell, but she picked. I had to pick one. She doesn't know what I'm about to tell. I just told her pick 1 or 2, and she said 1. So here we are. These are both. It's 2 stories in 1. Oh. The concept of them they're very similar, so that's why I'm joining them together and telling you. So I really hope you react super crazy to them because they are pretty crazy. Okay. Not gonna lie. And it's like they're both really small. Yeah. Very to the point, but they're really crazy and interesting, which makes me think like, I don't know. Lately, after hearing those stories, I appreciate life a little extra. Like it was something in my head that just kind of clicked, like, you know what, we're, especially how things are nowadays, like I really have considered more like being more appreciative and, you know, on an everyday basis. So without further to do, the first story goes like this. I'm not gonna name people because I don't know the people, and two, like I got these stories shared. And I want to keep them anonymous. Private. Anonymous. So for the first story, I know this one guy, and he's really cool. He's really sweet to me. I cut hair. I'm a barber, so he's one of my clients. Super sweet to me, super respectful. I know his wife. I know like a couple of his kids. Like I can never say anything bad about them as far as like the way they've ever treated me, which is crazy because I have a lot of conversations with my clients. We talk about all kinds of topics. And one of the times I was cutting his hair, we were talking about this specific topic, and he opened up to me about one story he had, and I thought it was really wild, but I see how it turned into a positive thing now, even though it was pretty crazy back then. So the story goes a little like this. He used to be younger and, you know, wild and trouble and, you know, that kind of route, you know, drinking, drugs, all of that good stuff when like you're young and just going through young shit, you know,
a phase.
Phases. So he was in that vibe. He was like more like a, I don't want to say like a cholo because it wasn't like a cholo, but kind of like that homies only matter, you know, friends, very much like, you know, I'm down if you're down type of vibe, but not a cholo. And he is till the day still very down. But he was at this point, this happened in Washington, by the way. I will say that. And he was young, you know, hanging out with his boys, chilling, and they had this one girl that was like a sister to them, but they were all friends. Oh, okay. So they were all in trouble, you know, having fun, partying, da 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 da. And this particular girl, she was such a good homegirl of them that anytime she ever had any problems, issues, anything like that, they'd always back her up, right? Like they were like the big brothers that defended her. Yeah. And because of that, one day this girl was dating this guy, and I think the problem there was that she didn't want to date him anymore. She didn't know how to like stop him. How to end it, basically. So, you know, she made up this thing to the boys, to her friends, that he basically R-worded her, if you know what I mean. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
R-worded her, and they got super pissed because obviously, you know, it's not something that should ever happen to anyone. Right. So, they were super pissed. They went to go talk to this dude. This dude, came up to the door, talked to them. They got into an altercation. He was being like a smartass about it.
Mm.
And he, they just kind of didn't connect correctly when it came to the conversation. So what my client and his friend did was like get him out of the house. Like I said, it was in Washington, and the
Yeah.
reason I specify Washington is because it was in a wooded area,
Okay.
since it's a little bit more foresty up there, from what I understand.
Yeah.
They took him to like in a foresty area, and they beat him up for like just they're already beefing it, plus on top of
Right.
the fact that he had r-worded the girl
Mhm.
supposedly. So it was just like a whole ass problem. So here comes down, a couple weeks later, the dude ended up in the hospital, and the girl, found out what happened. She felt bad, and she told um
The friends?
the friends
Uh-huh.
that it had been a whole lie, that it was just more because she didn't want to be with him anymore and she didn't know how to get him off of her, so she made that up.
Oh my
So the
gosh.
guys felt really really bad because she lied, and because of her lying, he ended up in the
The hospital.
hospital, and he is forever left paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Damn, it was that bad.
Yeah, they left him paralyzed. So, he can't walk anymore. And
Wow.
he's basically in a wheelchair, pretty much, considered disabled, and pretty much ruined his life over
A
a
lie.
lie. Yeah. And the fact that it was a very trippy, pretty lie, because it happens to many people and it's not a joke.
Yes. Right.
So, he feels now very, very bad.
Mm.
He thinks that, like, things could have been a lot different, and he should have reacted a lot different also, so he
Yeah.
does feel a lot of guilt for
Girl.
it. He did not pay the price for that altercation. Like, it just never got
Sheesh.
anywhere, like
Right.
jail or anything like
Yeah.
that, so because of that, he's very much aware that, like, karma's happening and stuff like that, but he's
Oh.
kind of, left it as like, what, I messed up.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to change it. A lot of years have happened, and he doesn't have any like contact with anybody anymore from Washington or anything like
Wow.
that. So now he just dedicates himself to his family and has become a
Mm.
better man. So in that aspect, he has changed a lot. But it's pretty trippy because something so small could have been avoided, which is the scary part about it
Yes.
all. So, which connects me to my second story. And my second story, also, it's somewhat of a client. So
Okay.
this particular person, I only cut his hair once.
Mm.
And because I met him once,
Mhm.
um, he had just come out of jail, like
Mm.
a couple days or weeks before I cut his hair. And he was a big buff dude,
Mm.
tall, like buffy, yeah,
Muscular.
kind of
Okay.
dude,
Mhm.
So to me, he was a little intimidating, not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Especially depending also how many years he did in
I
jail.
think he did a good like 20 something.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
pues sí.
Yeah. So I don't know what the backstory is
To
about the
that.
reason why he went to
Mhm.
jail or prison, whatever, but at this point, I met him when he got out.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
to me, he was like very intimidating
Yeah.
as a profile, as a visual,
Yeah.
but out of respect and everything like that, he was
He
very,
was
very
very respectful.
respectful, very nice, carrying himself really well. Like, I
Mhm.
can't also say anything bad,
Right.
because to me, I didn't
He
see
was
that at all.
respectful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super respectful, super chilled and everything. And he had told me, he shared with me that he had just come out and that he was starting off his business, and he did something kind of like when you have junk at your house that you want to throw, he
Mm.
picks it up and
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
charges you like a, what is
Okay.
it called, like someone who
Mm.
picks up junk
Okay. Okay.
and
Yeah.
throws it away for you, basically. So that kind of stuff. I don't know
Mhm.
exactly what that kind of job is called, but
Yeah. Yo
I hope you
tampoco.
guys get the point.
Yeah.
So he was in the right path, is what the
Yeah.
point of it is. He was just trying to chill, live the rest of his life calm and just, go
Work.
with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of whatever was what is left of his life.
Yeah.
Because now at this point, he's, I think, in his mid 40s,
Mm.
late 40s.
Mid
So,
40s.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
Like, fucking around.
Right.
So, super chill guy, only cut his hair once. I think in the span of when I met him up to the recent story I just found out about him,
Mhm.
it's been no more than a year. So
Mm.
really fast.
Yeah.
And next thing I know is he gets killed. Yeah,
What?
he gets killed. And like I have a couple clients in mutual with that I cut that are his friends, so we
Yeah.
have that mutuality. Is that
Yeah.
what mutual
Yeah, yeah,
friends?
mutual friends.
So that's how I found out. But I thought it was really trippy because I really thought like, oh, like it's a second chance at life for him. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to do all the right things. Like what happened? Like exactly what
Right.
happened. So obviously, when I got told, I didn't ask because I was like, well, it's none of my business.
But
And
you want it to be
but
your
I
piss.
wanted to be part of a business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I mean, I was curious. I was chismosa to know, but
Yeah.
I also felt really bad that what the heck, like it
Right,
was a
right.
shocker for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and it's crazy to me because I only met him once, and that's just
Right.
such a trip how it just ended so short. But
Oh
so
my
to the point,
gosh.
the backstory on what happened, because I did
Uh-huh.
eventually get told. I didn't even ask. I just got told,
Yeah.
which is good because I didn't look like a chismosa,
Right, right.
But so he had this one guy friend.
Mm.
I'm not gonna specify where they live or anything like that
Yeah.
because I don't want that to be like a reason for something over here. So yeah, he had a friend. He had a friend. He was chilling with this friend, super cool. Like they would chill at each other's house, drink like little buddies, like
Yeah.
just
Hanging out.
hanging out buddies. And his friend had a son
Mm.
who was part of like a gang.
Mm.
I'm also not gonna specify the gang because I
Mhm.
don't know if I should say that.
No.
Um so he was part of a gang. He was really serious about his upbringing, yeah,
Involvement. Yeah.
involvement. And from what I know, the son of the guy,
Mhm.
of his friend, had like a mental issue. I think it was schizophrenic a little bit, I
Wow.
believe. um
Wow.
and so um his dad had already told my client that I
Yeah.
met, like
Oh,
that
like my son is
no, like
no.
my son doesn't want you to come around. Like he
Oh.
thinks like you're the opposite of whatever he's from, so he
Okay.
doesn't want to like, have
Yeah, just
problems.
have
Like he
problems.
doesn't want me to be friends with you. Like basically he don't fuck with you. And
Mm.
he doesn't want nothing to do with you. He don't like you. Like I don't know what to do, but I
Mm.
I think we're cool friends. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So they both agreed to just hang outside like
Okay.
restaurants or stuff like that as opposed
Yeah.
to each other's house.
Coast. Okay.
That way it wouldn't be like
Yeah. An issue.
an issue.
Yeah.
Yes. So they had already agreed on this. They were going to hang out.
Mm.
And so my client, per se, went to go pick up his friend.
Mhm.
And they were going to go out to have like maybe a couple of drinks or something like that, something casual, not in anybody's home. So not in anybody's territory, per se.
Mm.
And the sun comes out.
Mm.
And so this dude like gets down out of the car and he's like, "Hey man, like I know what's going on. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to have any problems. Like, like it's nothing like that, like I'm old already. I want to chill, like this,
Yeah.
and that." They had a little altercation, and the guy had a gun with him, uh,
Oh.
AK-41, something like that. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
El son.
The son, the gang member
Yeah, yeah.
had
Had a gun.
had a gun. Yeah, like
Wait, and how old was this son?
I guess like like early 30s,
Or
early
oh,
30s. Yeah.
dang. Okay.
Um, I think like late 20s
Early
or no,
30s? No,
like early
early
30s.
30s.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay, okay.
not that old.
Yeah.
And he was he's like he was very like nah, like I don't fuck with you, like fuck you, da 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 da. And so the dude saw that he had a gun, so he said like, dude, I'm
Shit.
not trying to have any problems with you. I don't
Yeah.
have any weapons on me, like
Yeah.
no. So what the dude ends up, the son,
Yeah.
the gang member, ends up doing is shooting him in the hands and on the chest and on the head. So instantly, obviously, with all those shots, I think it was like 6 shots
Oh my
total,
gosh.
passes
He
away. He
dies.
dies, yeah. And it's so crazy to me how recapping, not knowing much about him, but knowing enough to think, um,
Wow.
he had a rough upbringing.
Yeah.
He did things to be in prison for,
Right.
a good two decades or so, and then here he is trying to correct his
Do
life.
better.
Yes, and
Stay out of
just chill.
trouble.
Exactly. Just kicking it with his friend, something super casual, and boom, that's just how
Wow.
he passes away. Yeah, by getting shot by like a, like a gang member,
Right.
somebody
Something
who,
irrelevant
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Wow.
because there was no problem. It's just more like, I guess, the young guy's mentality too.
Yeah.
So it was really sad, and I think both of the stories have that connection because it's so crazy how
Yes.
nothing can become something and destroy people's lives. And
Absolutely.
like, what's the point?
Right.
What good did it do to anyone?
Right.
It's just
Right.
more of a, like, like the families, like, I'm sure the dad feels like shit that he lost
You're
his
right.
friend to his son. Now his
Yeah.
son's in jail for a
Oh, so they did
crime.
end up
Yeah.
getting. Wow.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth it. It really isn't worth it.
It's not.
Like, think before you act, for sure. I know sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard, some of us are hotheads really easy and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, but it's like, think about all the shit that we have, all the things that we're blessed to be around with people and everything, and
Right.
just to throw it away for something that could not necessarily happen that way.
Right.
It's the problem.
It
So
is. And also the people you associate with, I feel
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
sometimes you don't really see through certain people, but I feel like their actions is kind of what gives you the hint, like, okay, this is what they're all about. Or, I keep seeing this certain behavior. Therefore, do I want to stick around or do I want to remove myself? Because people can be really mean and harsh and just bad intentions, but they won't show it in the beginning.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's definitely so sad in both stories, and unfortunate too. Like, he didn't even get to live life.
Yeah. Like, that second chance that he got at life
Yeah.
just got taken away, so fast and easily that it's crazy and mind blowing to think, like, like, you think of jail and the way that
Mm.
jails run, and you gotta defend yourself in there also,
Yeah, that's a whole
like,
different
and like,
world.
you're talking about 20 years worth of, like, you facing enemies,
Yeah.
problems. Sometimes you don't get along with your inmates,
Right.
whatever the case would
Whatever the
be,
case
right?
is.
And then you come out here in the free world again, as opposed
Mm-hmm.
to jail, and
You're
boom,
yeah.
somebody just
And you're
takes
not
your
even looking
life.
for problems,
Exactly.
So that's even the
Exactly.
most
Like, you're
sad part.
approaching life differently, and
Yeah.
boom, that's how it gets done. So it's just super, super crazy.
It
Both stories are super, super
is.
sad.
Yeah.
We started it off sad, but I thought
Yeah.
they were really
They are.
interesting.
They
I
are.
really
They are.
thought they were.
Because I really like your message behind it of how you value life, how you see life. And it's true. A lot of us were so remote, as in like our routine, right? We work, we do, if you have kids, you're dedicated to your kids, or X, Y, and Z, right? We all have a routine. We're all boom to the next, to the next, to the next thing. We don't really think about a lot of the little things in life. And that's actually something that I've also been trying to do. Like, I'm so grateful of X, Y, and Z. And I also take life like very
X, Y, and Z
seriously.
guys,
No,
or
no, no. I'm very grateful of like having a roof over my head, or stuff like that. Not the X, just the the things that come in life. Money, food,
work,
work,
the freedom.
all of that. Yeah, absolutely. So I like the message behind it because, yeah, like I said, we don't really think about that because we're just so programmed
Yeah.
to do what we got to do and
Yeah.
move it along.
Yeah. Like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. So definitely think about your choices. Think about what you're doing before you act.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
you
just
treat
appreciate
people.
life,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Honestly, because
Yes.
we're in some wild ass times, and
you just never know. Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, no. Qué chisme. Well,
Yeah.
no, not chisme, story. Well,
Story.
kind
That
of
was like a
chisme
story.
slash story, but yeah, both. That was a good one.
Yeah.
So,
with that being said, yes, think more positive,
yes.
do good, and
we'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
So see you guys in the next
video. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you guys liked it. So
yes,
stay
let
tuned.
us know. Give us our feedback, or no, not give us your feedback.
Yes.
Because we want to know where we stand, with our stories. What do you guys like?
See,
any questions, any great feedback, any constructive criticism,
yes,
very much welcome.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.